Welcome ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be showing you what characters you should be using to carry yourself out of that rank that you're stuck in. Just a little disclaimer, in this video I will not be using many DPS characters or any at all, because DPS characters, if you're good with any DPS character, you can basically carry yourself out of a rank. So if you really want to carry yourself out of a rank, but you don't want to use one of these heroes, pick a DPS hero that you like and you feel comfortable with and stick with it till the end. This leads us on to the first character, which is a support hero, which most of you will be surprised of, because you can't carry yourself out of a rank using supports, and nobody plays supports, but that's what actually got me out of Platinum. I used Anna to get myself out of Platinum because I was sick of nobody playing supports. You know that elo hell bullshit where everybody doesn't play supports, nobody plays tanks. Yeah, that happens everywhere, and you need to be the person to step up and do that. I was that person, and I went up major SR in a small amount of time because I picked the right heroes for the job, and Anna is kitted out with all the tools, especially in the meta I did it in. Anna has massive burst healing and very consistent good healing throughout the entire fight, with her biotic grenade, which she can totally deny enemies, ultimates and graviton surges. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks about Anna which helped me get through the ranks faster. Anna can be used as a really deadly offense character, using a biotic grenade, also for big burst healing on tanks, but mostly aggressively, putting it on key targets of the enemy team, like their Anna or their Reinhardt when his shield is down, so they can be taken down very quickly, making their other healers on the other team obsolete. That's two characters you take out of the game, not being able to do anything with one ability. That makes it immensely powerful. Anna's Sleep Dart is a very powerful piece of utility, which I don't see many people taking advantage of this. It can be used to confirm kills very well in teamfights, and it's on quite a short cooldown, so you can use this all the time. It's not just for denying ultimates. People need to use this more just to confirm kills on key targets like their Annas, which it can take them out of the battle completely. Moving on to the next hero, which is Roadhog, which you probably saw coming from a mile away, as Roadhog has always been one of the most prevalent carry characters, as his hook is a guaranteed kill basically in all situations, because even if you don't get the one shot kill, your team is obviously going to follow up on it, as it's that easy to do so. Roadhog's ability to take one person out of the fight instantly like that every 6 seconds allows them to win games and do fast pushes all the time, and all the squishy targets seem to be all the key targets like their Soldier, who can put immense damage out into everybody in the team. In the tank meta, Soldier was the only one there to put out the damage really, so you needed to take him out instantly. Hey, guess what? Roadhog is there to do that. As well as making everybody's day a nightmare, Roadhog has also got great utility and survivability. He is able to heal up 300 health on a very short cooldown all the time. This allows him to be played in a solo environment. This means that you don't have to rely on other people. This is why he's so strong and so widely picked in solo queue games, is because relying on other people is not always the best idea, because you want to carry yourself out that rank. It's all about you. But in a team game, if you want to push for higher ranks, you're going to need other people. But anytime having that self heal is always going to help you. So powerful. Well, do I think Roadhog will be as prevalent after the patch to his hook to make it have a longer range and him not be able to one-shot people all the time? Well, yeah, I do, because if his team is able to follow up on it, which is going to be fairly easy after Roadhog has put that person out of position and in a place where they are not comfortable, away from their team, well, this is going to be a confirmed kill, and still taking that person out of the battlefield is going to give your team an advantage to push, and he will still be as useful, but not as powerful maybe. But with his shotgun spread being reduced and stuff like that, he is going to be much more better after his first hook, because hooking is going to give you an opening, but Roadhog is really not able to follow up on that until his next hook is ready, so potentially could be better in different situations, but worse in some. So we never know how it's going to turn out until we see it played in live. The third character on our list is going to be Symmetra. This may be weird for most of you, but all of the games I've experienced while ranking up, most of the 2CP maps or maps with a strong choke have a Symmetra on them, and they are ever so hard to deal with if you don't know how. And normally you don't have teammates that are compliant in solo queue games. This makes Symmetra even harder to deal with, because you can't organise getting a Pharah when you've got a Genji and a Hanzo DPSs. So often she's a great pick to get through, well, not to get through, to defend these chokes. Besides defending chokes, Symmetra brings a lot of utility, which is actually surprising with the shield and turrets that can block off an entire area of the map, which is extremely powerful. And her shield allows her to get up close to the front line, block ultimates, and mouse one the enemies down. Often you'll have an enemy team who does not even acknowledge you as a Symmetra. As a Symmetra, you can burn through anyone. As soon as your mouse one is ramped up, you just go ham. You just destroy everything. Nothing can stop a fully powered Symmetra. Symmetra has such a high carry potential, and I think that is really underestimated by the entire community, as Symmetra is looked at as a troll pick on most maps and points, where in fact it actually does work. But you need to be careful when you pick Symmetra, because Symmetra doesn't work on quite a few maps and quite a few points on maps, so you need to be careful what times you're picking Symmetra at, and make sure it's reasonable and works with your team comp. If it doesn't, swap it up after the point, or swap your team comp up. If you're playing with some friends, it's even better and you can make it work easily, but in solo queue it's best to just go with other people's opinions, because you don't want to make them feel bad and make them feel like you're the one throwing, because they'll be focusing on your gameplay, not their own, and not improving themselves, playing like absolute crap. As most of you probably know, the Bastion buff is just right around the corner, hopefully with the new season. This is going to bring even more use to Symmetra, as Bastion is going to find it hard to push through these chokes on attack, and most people are saying Bastion is going to be used all around as kind of a soldier type character where he's in every game. But Symmetra can completely shut this down, because Bastion isn't going to be able to run through the choke by himself or with a few teammates, as Symmetra can shut him down pretty easily with the barrier and the mouse one and balls from rain. And we come back to another tank hero again. Reinhardt has got to be one of the best carry heroes I'm going to talk about on this list, because you are so much more likely to win an Overwatch game if you have a Reinhardt. And if your Reinhardt is better than their Reinhardt and landing his charges, he's doing everything right, you're most likely to win that game, because getting those bigger shatters and charges will allow you to push through points. Just like Roadhog's hook, we're getting a pick, but this opens up the entire battlefield. When Reinhardt gets a charge on their Reinhardt, that takes down one of the most key players on a team, since he is so powerful with a powerful ultimate and powerful abilities that allow him all to make a deadly combo whilst protecting the team. Reinhardt, being one of the best carry heroes, also comes with the challenge of actually mastering the character. To have a good mastery on this character, it is really hard. He is a character that is easy to pick up and play, but really hard to learn to a high degree. So you're going to have to put a large amount of time into this character to know what you're doing and know how to play him right. But it is one of the most rewarding things, because if you have a Reinhardt on your team who is better than the other Reinhardt, you're going to win so much faster. If you look at the top of the leaderboards for players who've got high ranks in top 500, most of them are probably supports or tanks, which is kind of strange as everybody always opts for the DPS role, as that is the one that's most likely to do damage. Quite a few of them do play Reinhardt, as I have noticed myself, and this has kind of influenced my playstyle, as I want to get higher rank, so I kind of play the characters that I need to get that high. The hardest thing about Reinhardt in carrying is you actually have to rely on your team. Your team has to do something, but you aren't the one doing everything, and I see too many Reinhardts going and swinging. I do it myself, and not holding the shield enough, allowing their team to actually get in there and open everything up. You need to be looking for these opportunities and making these opportunities for your teammates to wipe the team, and without Reinhardt you wouldn't have these opportunities, and this is what makes the character so good and allows it to do what it does. The only real tip I can give you about Reinhardt is look at what payloads you can and can't stand on, because I see way too many Reinhardts standing on payloads and getting earth shattered by the enemy Reinhardt, and then they complain about that the shield is bugged or anything. No, there's some payloads where you can actually get earth shattered even when you're stood on top of. And the last character, but definitely not the least, is Bastion. Well, this is footage of Bastion before because the PTR wasn't working, but I'm talking about Bastion after the update, because Bastion after the update is going to be an absolute monster, destroying teams. Basically, in the new update, Bastion's going to have more ammo in his mag, and he's going to be able to turret up and get out of turret form so much faster, plus ironclad in his turret, so he's going to die less. Basically, Bastion can jump around a corner, be invincible, and mow down an entire team. It is that strong. I can't wait for this. Bastion is going to be sick. He is going to be the new meta. Think Soldier this time was the character everybody played in Season 3 to try and carry themselves out, because every team had a Soldier, every team had a Reinhardt. All these characters, you'll see them merging quite a lot in every team. That's because they are the best characters, and you don't want to settle for less than that if you're trying to rank up. And Bastion is no exception. Well, the new Bastion. There was a video going around about Bastion, once nano boosted in turret form, could actually survive most of the ultimates in the game. McCree couldn't even lock onto him. Now, if that's not awesome, what is? Bastion's going to be an absolute beast, and I can't even wait. But he's definitely one you should pick up now and try and get into the habit of switching up positions, getting in different places, instead of just sitting there as a Bastion turret, not moving, because that's not going to work anymore, because the spread is increased and he can't get headshots anymore. So he's not going to be able to kill people as fast, but he can kill people more often without dying, and he can kill different types of people because he can get up close, but mostly he's going to be up close now. His primary gun is going to be improved, so he's going to have more viability while moving around. So it's better if he's actually turreting up in different spots and he's in different locations. It's much more beneficial than sitting up in a turret like that and just mowing everybody down. I can see quite a lot of the Soldier mains switching over to Bastion once the new Bastion is released, but that's not to say he doesn't have counters. Bastion is going to be much more prevalent, but so are Roadhog, because Roadhog can take him straight out of that turret form, denying his ironclad abilities and everything like that, and he can be picked off by the team. So Roadhog is going to be so much better. Also, Symmetra with the gates and stuff. Bastion can't push through there on his own, so carrying as Bastion on your own is going to be pretty hard without a decent team to back you up. Also, on this list as well, Ana is going to absolutely counter Bastion, because those sleeps from long range are going to shut him down, and he's not going to be able to do anything, and he'll emerge back in his normal form, not in his turret mode. But I think this could be countered with Bastion being able to turret up faster, so he'll be able to come around the back and flank and just do more in general as a Bastion. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and it's actually helped you. In the new season you actually use some of these characters and they will help you rank up to your goal. Thanks for watching, and that's a bye from me.